And here's Wendy!
My guys are back together.
How are you?
Okay. It's so great to see both of you.
You too.
Tell everybody, Dan, why you guys are here and who. Well, first of all, Dan is my produce guy at Food Town. So.
Come bearing gifts. You can admit you don't have to come back now.
Yeah,
Skip a trip.
Listen, all right, so this is what happened. Should I tell about August?
No.
Can I zhuzh past it?
Zhuzh.
Okay, I'll zhuzh. They were supposed to be opening announced in August. And then I got word through the show that Dan and Lorenzo broke up. Well, I'm at Food Town at least once a week, me and little Kev. So I go into Food Town and I'm looking around and I didn't see you, Dan. And a couple of weeks later, I ran into Dan and I said, Dan, what's the deal? And he said, you know, we broke up and I don't feel comfortable doing it by myself.
Aww.
And so, you know, here we are. It's October. They're back together.
I had
and
to
it's
look
all,
down.
And it's all, yeah,
down.
you had to look down for a moment. That means be ashamed. So you both came bearing gifts.
Hello. Yes.
Produce, wonderful, from the Food Town.
Fragrance.
Joe Malone.
Skincare.
Skincare.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Lorenzo does Joe Malone. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. I'm so glad that you're back together. By the way, do you know that today is National Pierogi Day?
No.
In other words, I will be in later on to pick up my pierogies.
Well, I'm off today.
That's
I'm here
right,
to
you're
see you.
here.
Hello.
Have a seat, it's time for Hot Topics. And everybody was like, who are those cute boys in the other room? So it's Dan and Lorenzo, my staffers and stuff, everybody, you know. All right, hello, world. How are you? How are you, audience? You look really... So, I was cooking dinner last night, leftover meatloaf from the weekend, so it wasn't really cooking, but, and I was watching TMZ, and they were talking about Kevin Federline and this messy, messy house. Well, according to TMZ, Britney Spears' ex-husband, Kevin Federline, is being accused of keeping a filthy home. There he is. You know he's about to go on VH1 Celebrity Fit Club to lose all of that. If you remember Kevin, before he got all of that right there, he wasn't a bad-looking guy, you know? Anyway, so here are some of the details. The owner of the house says, it's in California, the house. He's renting the house, Kevin, until May, and they claim that he's ruined it with his dirty habits, including chain smoking and turning the place pretty much into a dump. The owners are alleging that he's gone without paying rent for this house for the past 6 months, and they've sent him a letter demanding $110,661 in unpaid rent and damages. The owner's threatening to take Kevin Federline to court. What you just saw was dismantle smoke detector. Then there's gutters full of cigarettes, empty beer bottles, permanent spit marks on the exterior paint. A bent light post, I guess that's where you careen out of the driveway fast, run over crap, and don't bother pulling it back up because you're renting. You're not owning, so you're being very slovenly. They say that there are dead trees and plants all over the property, broken tiles, drawings all over the walls, dismantled, I told you, the smoke detectors. The master bedroom windows were tinted, so Lorraine and Michael were saying to me, you know, Hot Topics, they helped me get it together. They were saying, who puts tints on their house? Us. We've had tinted windows before. I mean, people do that. You do that. People do that in Florida just to keep the heat and, you know, some of the suffering sun out. For us, we're weird. But anyway, so according to the National Enquirer, oh, by the way, you have to get the owner's permission before you tint, and so they were, you know, mad about that. According to the National Enquirer, Britney's planning to go back to court and allegedly get full custody of both of these beautiful little boys. They are just Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just want to dip them in syrup and eat them up. They're just so cute, just so cute. Sean Preston is now 4, Jaden James is 3. And when the circus tour is over in November, that's when Britt's planning on going back to court. Brittany's feeling that, leaving Kevin in charge has turned the boys into cursing, ill-behaved little boys. She wants full custody, and for Kevin to have visitation rights at that point, and she's currently paying him $40,000 a month in child and spousal support. Before she can gain custody, she has to dissolve her father, Jamie, of conservatorship, and he took control over her personal and business affairs nearly 2 years ago when we saw her hit rock bottom. You know what? I like Britney Spears a lot. More as a woman than as a performer. I mean, I love her as a performer, but we get to know so much about her. We were there. Didn't you follow the saga? I know, you've got your own life. But that's what Hot Topics are for. I follow it for you. You know, I just love Britney Spears. And you know what? I love Kevin Federline for Britney for the purpose of co-parenting. And what do you think, madam?
You know
As Judge Judy
Wendy?
would say, madam.
Another one of my heroes besides
Judge
you.
Judy.
You know what I think, Wendy? I think that a lot of times people say that the inside of your home reflects what's going on inside of you. And I think if you look at the way that Kevin has kind of let himself go, and if you look at this situation with his house,
Good point.
it seems to me he's really hurting inside, and maybe he really does want to, that represents the hurt he's feeling about being separated from Brittany.
Or maybe it could be 24-hour partying and just not caring. You never know which way.
Maybe.
Thank you. That's a good comment. What do you say?
How you doing?
Nuh-uh. How you doing?
Hi, Wendy. My name is Katrina.
I
I'm from
love
New
your
Jersey.
put-together
Thank
outfit,
you.
Katrina,
Just
head
for
to
you.
toe.
Just for you. I wanted to comment about Kevin Federline. He's a hot mess. I really think that he needs to get it together. And this, I know you talked about the other day, he's going on Celebrity Fit Club.
Yes.
He really needs to do that, get it together, because it's just a mess, especially for the kids.
Thank you, Katrina. I like what she said about how sometimes the outside reflects the inside. The outside of your body, the outside of your home. Maybe. He needs Merry Maids, though, I think. See, here's my take. Here's my take, Federlines and Spears. I'm thinking, and girls, you might agree or disagree, excuse me, men, in many cases, are boys. You know, and the cigarette butts outside the house, it's a dirty habit. He needs to not be throwing them outside. The dead plants, you know, if he had a gardener, the gardener would pick up the butts, fix the plants, pull the light post back up. It doesn't say that the light post is dead, but, you know, pull it back up. No, listen, no, seriously. If he had the Merry Maids or some sort of maid service come in with their own key once a week, you don't even have to call them. They would do the spit. A once-a-week maintenance man would make sure that tiles are put back together with grouting. I grout myself. You know, Dan, right outside of our food town, I go right there to the hardware store. I get a parking space right there in the lot so I can go back and forth. I'm always getting grout and stuff like that. Not that crap is broken, but if it does break, you know, I'm like Mrs. Fix It when I'm not here. I love doing that. It's like therapy. A once-a-week maintenance man, if Kevin doesn't want to do it himself, would make sure that things are pulled together. He's not a bad father, according to the reports that we hear. Right, Lorraine?
Father.
He's a good father.
Father.
So what's a couple of broken things? And I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying with $40,000 a month, hire somebody. Hire some people. Stop making Britney be so upset. She has to hear that stuff like this while she's out on tour. It's not right. Kevin, Jamie, and the rest of yous. Okay, let's talk about Jennifer Lopez. Love, love, love her. What is your favorite episode of Will and Grace ever? Jennifer Lopez. Waiting for tonight. Remember? And the shrimp was on the floor, and somebody broke an ankle, and Jack danced with Jennifer Lopez. Whoa. And she had the diva fan blowing, and it was just wonderful. Well, according to an online report, Jennifer, who's now 40, has an alter ego, the nickname given to her by her husband, Mark Anthony, Lola. Lola has a brand new song called Fresh Out the Oven. Not out of. That's Jenny from the block. It's not out of the oven. It's out the oven. They might as well put D-A instead of T-H-E. Out out the oven. Love you, Jen. Anyway, it's featuring our friend of the show, Pitbull. She also has a new perfume called J-Lo Glow, not to be confused with her past perfumes. And according to MTV.com, Jennifer's in talks to appear as host and musical guest on SNL this season. See, I love that. I think that there's nothing funnier than Jennifer Lopez being funny, because a lot of times she's always giving us all of this, like very serious. But I think that Max and Emma, the kids, have softened this and made it, you know, palatable. And then, you know, she's got Mark, and I just love those two. How you doing? How are you?
Hi, Wendy. My name is Joy. How you doing?
Hi, Joy. How you doing?
I kind of feel like J-Lo is doing the whole Lola thing because she saw the success Beyonce made from Sasha Fierce.
I don't know. You know what? I had heard a while ago that Mark Anthony calls her in the house Lola, you know, and so she's just carrying that to the outside. However, all the divas do seem to have an alter ego. You know, that's a good point. Thank you.
You're welcome.
According to the LA Times, quarterback Michael Vick, who recently returned to the NFL after he did his 18 months in prison for dogfighting, you know, is going to be starring on a new BET reality show. It's an 8-episode series. It's called The Michael Vick Project. It's going to debut in sometime 2010. The series is going to examine Michael's return to football, as well as his life off the field. Hopefully we'll get some girl action in there, you know. Anyway, he's also going to revisit the federal prison that he was in Leavenworth, Kansas, or Leavenworth was the prison in Kansas, as well as the famous property where the dog fighting began. So let me see, I have a quote here for you. What I want to do is to change the perception of me. I've made some mistakes in the past. I wish it had never happened, but it's not about how you fall. It's about how you pick yourself up. Good quote. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Wendy, my name is Stan.
Okay. Hi, Stan.
My comments about J-Lo, I think she's trying to do the whole B thing. You know, I don't see it for her.
Do you blame her? I mean, if that's what she's trying to do, the only way to survive in a Beyonce world is
What is she going to be, J-Lo and Jenny from the Block? I mean, I don't see it.
Oh, shade. Thank you. He's commenting, he's posing. There's a lot going on. Thank you.
All right.
Did you have more?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh,
that's
thank
it.
you. Cute. So, have you seen the pictures of Serena Williams? Tennis star Serena Williams is naked on the October cover of ESPN magazine. There she is, oiled up for Common, the rapper boyfriend. I bet you they have good sex, because Common is hot to death, with an F. He's hot to death. And I've never met her. You know, she wants to come to the show. She'll be here in a matter of. But she's got such a hard body, but she's so feminine when she talks. She's like a giggling girl. She raises her shoulders and, you know, look at that. Is that incredible? Lay down. Lay down. But I can't wait until we have our girl conversation. You know, she's got the clothing line and stuff. Maybe we'll make up a fashion show. We'll, you know, have girl talk with her and everything. She's just so tough on the tennis court, and then so feminine in real life. She admits, Serena does, that she's not completely comfortable with her body. Do you want to hear the quotes? My thighs, I think they're too big, she says. And also my arms, I think they're too muscular. They're thick. But you're an athlete, a world-class athlete. You're supposed to look like that. Don't you love her? Serena, first of all, this ESPN issue where she's on the cover girl, it's the body issue. And the pictures are terrific. She also goes on to say that she tries not to think that way, but sometimes the insecurities come back, and she said that women should know that they could be any size and be beautiful both inside and outside. Anytime Serena has body issues, there's no hope for the rest of us. Are you serious? You're beautiful. All right. Oh, where are you going?
To the Wendy Show.
I love it. Yeah.
My name is Kylie. I came out from LA to see you today.
Thank you, Kylie.
You're welcome. And I just wanted to say, I think Serena Williams looks so hot. You know, people are always talking about how she's too masculine. And then they were saying, you know, like on the blogs talking about, is she going to admit to the roid rage or whatever? But I think she looks good. You know, whoever she's with is probably smashing that out.
Common.
Get it, Common. I'm not mad. She's beautiful. And how you doing?
Yeah. How you doing? Well, you guys, I'm the last one to love the K-Rod relationship. I love Kate Hudson and I love Alex Rodriguez. I'm still having a hard time digesting that they're together in a loving way. I figured, you know, maybe he might smash it once or twice and then move on. But look at that. They love each other and they are cohabitating out in LA. They're out in California. They have a house and the kids all know each other. And Kate was spotted on the streets of New York, again, modeling a wedding dress this time for Harper's Bazaar magazine. Look at her. Look at her. And if you'll notice closely, the flowers look like they're wrapped in like Page 6 or, you know, some sort of, you know, tabloid or something, as if she's telling the whole world, I love him. What are you going to do? So I guess we've got to go with this relationship. Here's my, here are my details. Okay. According to Fox 411, Kate's wearing the dress, perhaps in real life in the near future. She and Alex are very seriously in love. You know, her stepdad, Kurt Russell, and her mother, Goldie Hawn, they were a little bit against this to begin with, but now there's a whole bromance going on between A-Rod and Kurt, and just, you know, Goldie loves him, the kids. Look at that. There was a Yankees game, and Jay-Z, what was that, last night? It was last night here in New York. And Jay-Z was sitting next to Kate. Yeah. And he was probably pitching B for a movie role. I don't watch sports so much, you know, but they say that he's been doing very well this year for the Yankees. So she must be like some sort of good luck charm. They beat the Twins last night. 7-2? P.S. I just learned this morning, and this is what kind of brings the whole relationship home with her and A-Rod. She once dated Lenny Kravitz. Now I get it. She's got something muy caliente that the spicy men like. Good sex? I don't know. That Lenny Kravitz is a pistol, too. I love him. Juicy. Speaking of which, we've got one more round of juicy hot topics, and they're going to include Guy Ritchie talking about his ex-wife Madonna. Keep it here. Thank you. Next, it's a Wendy event. Guess who's coming to Wendy? Chris Rock. And his new movie that asks, what is good hair? Chris, have you been raiding my hair closet? Plus, Nia Long and her own hair stories. Chris Rock on Wendy, you cannot miss this. All new Wendy.
The Wendy Williams Show is brought to you in part by Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart.
Words can't describe how perfectly Almay makeup changes to match my skin tone. That works. With unbeatable prices on Almay Smart Shade Smart Balance, beauty costs less at Walmart. Save money, live better, Walmart.
Today, you decided on weight loss surgery. Your reason is your own.
I want to do karate with my little warrior.
And whatever your reason is, we're here to help you get there.
I want to fly to Paris with my husband.
With the FDA-approved Realize Band. The first gastric band with a support program connecting you and your surgeon. Together, you'll watch your progress and work on new habits, especially for the first 3 years. Call 1-866-263-7462 to find that surgeon and for seminar information.
The Realize band may not be right for individuals with certain digestive tract conditions. All surgery presents risks. Weight, age, and medical history determine your specific risks. Ask your doctor if bariatric surgery is right for you. Call 1-866-263-7462 for more information.
What will you do? Call now to get
trying to stay organized, you know. By the way, Dan, you've never seen me wear this one to the grocery store, right?
Not that one, no.
But Dan knows that I do have my grocery store wigs, right?
You do. For every occasion.
A wig for every occasion, America. Welcome back, and shout out to the fabulous twins in the front row. You know I love twins. Look at them. Look at it. Aren't they cute? Adorable. Anyway, we're back. We've got more hot topics, you guys. So I was telling you about, I was about to tell you about Guy Ritchie and Madonna. So the November issue of Esquire magazine, Madonna's ex-husband Guy Ritchie is speaking openly for the first time about Madonna. And here's what he says. I still love her, but she is retarded too, as in T-O-O. Now let me just say this, America, first of all. I'm very uncomfortable saying that, you know, the R word. But I'm reading a quote. It's not PC to say that word, you know. Audience winced also. However, I'm reading quotes. He also addresses Madonna's strong work ethic by saying, she is a manifester. If ever there was one, Madonna makes things happen. Put Madonna up against any 23-year-old and she'll outwork them, outdance them, and outperform them. The woman is a broad. Well, you know, Guy is 41 and Madonna is 51, and they split up last December. You know, they were married for 8 years with Rocco being their bio son. He's 9. David is 4, and he's, you know, the adopted son. And then, of course, she has Lourdes from a prior relationship with, I can't think of her baby's father's name. But anyway, Carlos De Leon. So Madonna's right now dating that model, Luz. I mean, it's cute, but Luz is like a drive-by. You know, in my head, Madonna and Guy are still very much having sex. You know, and mature, co-parenting. We were married for 8 years. Nobody could ever get in our hearts again like we were with each other. Sex. Do you know that sex? Listen, far be it from me to say this. I feel so embarrassed, but I am just trying to reckon with the fact that Bruce and Demi don't have sex anymore. I don't think that they have sex anymore. But for the longest time, didn't you think that Ashton was a plaything and everybody who came in either one of their lives just playthings? But anyway, with all due respect to me, I understand. Anyway, as far as her getting married again, remember I told you that she was on David Letterman. She says, I think I'd rather be run over by a train. It's cute, right? So last night I was watching our friend to the show, James Tupper, on NBC's Mercy. And I was thinking about him because I saw on TMZ those cameras captured Anne Heche landing at the airport here in New York. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder if she liked the earrings. So look, there's the cameras capturing her landing. And she's surprised because there's James at the airport. Now let's move along. And there he is reaching for the emerald earrings that he showed us here on the show. And look, do you see the box in her hand? She loved the earrings. I love it. He brought, if you didn't see that show, he was just here a couple of days ago when he brought the earrings and showed us what he was going to give her. After leaving here, he was going to go pick her up at the airport. So I thought that was a great one. And I felt like we had like the inside track on a juicy gift and a good story. All right. Entertainment Weekly is saying that Marlon Wayans of the famous Wayans family is the front runner. He hasn't gotten it yet, but he's the front runner to play comedian, actor Richard Pryor in the biofilm. Well, you know, Marlon is, you know, after the White Chicks movies and all of the comedy, it does seem as though he's taking his career into, you know, he's dabbling with more serious roles. And I think that's great. According to Hit Fix, he auditioned and he really impressed the people at the screen test. He transformed in it was like a 13-minute audition. Isn't that what you said?
13 minutes.
A 13-minute audition, and he just like wowed them. Eddie Murphy was initially set to play Richard Pryor, but he dropped out. Friend to the show, Mike Epps. Mike hasn't been here yet, but he's a friend to the show in my head because he's going to be here in a matter of weeks. But he would have been a great Richard Pryor, but Marlon Wayans is a forerunner, so good luck. Okay. Are you ready to gag? Okay. We've been asking you to send videos of your kids doing their best. How you doing? The official greeting of the Wendy Show. Our latest submission is just so incredible. It's from Maggie in Prince George County, Virginia, and she's only 8 months old. Audience, we've got to be very quiet and listen carefully. Take a look. We have to see Maggie do that one more time. Shh. Let's do it again. Do it again. The kids are so cute. Keep the videos coming. For more information, go to my website, wendyshow.com, okay? Which rock and roll icon's hair is about to go up on the auction block? You'll find out later in one more hot topic. But up next, he stars alongside Vince Vaughn in the new movie Couples Retreat. Comedian